Moving ahead, the top court today refused to grant relief to a man convicted for the dowry death of his wife, rejecting his contention that he served in the military for over 20 years as a Black Cat commando and had taken part in Operation Sindoor. A bench of Justices Ujjwal Bhuiyan and Vinod Chandran was hearing the man's plea, challenging a Punjab and Haryana High Court order that upheld his 10-year jail sentence under Section 304B of the IPC, which, as you know, deals with dowry deaths. He had also asked the top court to allow him to stay out of jail while his case was pending. When the court showed no interest in granting this exemption, the man's lawyer said, and I quote, "I am a participant of Operation Sindoor. For the past 20 years, I have been a Black Cat commando posted in Rashtriya Rifles." However, Justice Bhuiyan firmly responded to this, saying, and I quote, "That does not give you the right to commit cruelty at home. This only shows how physically strong you were, which helped you strangle your wife." He also pointed out that this was a very serious offence and not a minor crime where exemptions from jail are considered. Justice Chandran added that the High Court had already rejected the man's appeal against his conviction, and now the Supreme Court was only looking at whether to admit the case. The lawyer for the convict argued that the only allegation was a demand for a motorcycle and that the witnesses were closely related to the deceased and unreliable. He claimed that he could show that their statements were full of contradictions. Despite hearing the argument, the bench refused to allow the man's prayer for exemption from surrendering. However, when the convict requested time to surrender, the court gave him 2 weeks to do so. Also, it issued notice on the SLP returnable in 6 weeks.